How's it going, YouTube Nation? I just got an interesting email from a friend concerning a survey that was done of black women, asking them what makes a good black man. And supposedly this survey, perhaps many of you who are on Black Planet would have got an email about it. Supposedly this survey states that for every 100 black women, there's only 3 good black men. Yeah, you heard me correctly. For every 100 black women, there's only 3 good black men. Now, I found this incredibly funny because, of course, the bias you could see right off the bat is that we are to assume that of 100 black women, they're all worth hooking up with and they themselves don't have any issues. But black men, there's just so little black men out there worth dating and worth having a relationship with that there's only 3 per 100 black women, which is just an absolute crock of crap. I can remember back in high school, I was one of only 5 students, black male students on the honor roll in grade 11 and 12. None of us had any black girlfriends. Frankly, black girls didn't even give us the time of day. We were called whitewash, we were nerds, we were all that stuff. Being an intelligent black man had no weighing whatsoever. It's actually the most ignorant guys that were able to get the black girls, and I couldn't even tell you how many baby mamas we had in our high school. Hell, even in my neighborhood right now, there's a whole bunch of teenage black girls, all of them have kids. But supposedly to the survey that in order to be a good black man for a black woman to want you, the criteria are as follows. Obviously, you have to be a black man. A black man who doesn't like other men. That's kind of obvious. If you're gay, then you're not going to hook up with a black woman, so that wasn't even worth bringing up. A black man who's interested in dating black women. That's understandable. A black man who's not been to jail. Well, that makes sense, but it's amazing how many brothers who have been to jail and with black women specifically date them. So I find that one interesting because there's a lot of guys who go to jail and women are all over that. A black man who has had a high school diploma. Again, that makes sense. I'm surprised university or college is not on here, but I guess that's the low standards that some black women have. A black man who has a job. Again, makes sense. A black man who makes at least $30,000 a year. So here's the superficiality that you got to have some coin. The more money you make, and it's actually proven right here in this study, the more money you make, the better chance a black woman will be interested in you. That one's interesting. A black man who looks good is in shape. That one's probably the most honest in the study. That yeah, a lot of black women are only attracted to looks. They want a brother who looks good, is muscular. If you're too skinny or you got a bit of a gut, you're out of luck. You're not going to get any love. And here's the most interesting one here, at the bottom of this list. Black women want a man who does not have any kids. Now, understand that. A man who has no kids with other women, which I think is the most foolish of the criteria that they have on here. Because you would think, for starters, there are far more single mother black women out there than there are single daddies out there. And in the current economic climate, where in the United States Census, for the first time in history, one ethnic group had more single mother households than any other group of people. Not whites, not Hispanics, not even natives, native Indians. Black mothers, there's more single black mother households in the United States than there are common law or married households. But yet, black women are, according to the study, are turned off by a man who has kids. And the question is, why would you be turned off by a black man who has kids, who takes care of his kids and loves his kids? If anything, that's what you want. If a black man has kids and you see that he loves and cherishes and takes care of his kids, that's something you want to hang on to. You don't want to push that away. But ultimately, with this study, you could check it out. It was on Black Planet and also on News One's website, so you could check it out and just put only 3 good black men for every 100 black women. Just Google that and you'll find this list, and you could see the tons of flaws in there. But you know what? I'm with a very amazing black woman. I'll even show you a picture. The love of my life. This is us together. Hopefully you can see it. Not too much glare. We've been together for 5 years. She's an amazing Jamaican girl. And what I love about her is that she's not stereotypical. She's strong, she's educated, has 2 degrees, one in business and one in nursing. She is an actual professional nurse. Ridiculously smart, way smarter than me. And I love how logical she is. She doesn't like to fight. She doesn't cluck her head like a chicken whenever there's an argument or put her hand in people's faces. She doesn't get mad over the dumbest little thing. She doesn't check my cell phone every 2 seconds to see who I'm talking to. She's very trustworthy, loving, and I know she's a rare catch. My friends My Jamaican friends tell me she's a rare catch. No attitude. Not to say she's a pushover. She could hold her own. But she won't argue for stupid little things. It has to be a big deal for her to get pissed off about something. But I have known throughout my life some beautiful, gorgeous black women who make the worst decisions when it comes to dating men, who have way too much attitude that is just uncalled for and are very abrasive to people. It actually brings, when I was reading this, it brings up a memory I had of about 6 or 7 years ago, before I met my current girlfriend, that I was walking down the street and there was this drop dead gorgeous black girl. Like, I could tell she was Jamaican, just gorgeous. I'm talking about model gorgeous, and she was walking by herself. So me on my bicycle, I'm going for a bike ride. I thought, you know what, this is a once in a lifetime chance. A gorgeous girl like this by herself. I'm gonna, say hello to her and, hopefully, maybe hook up with her, whatever. So, ride my bike up, and I came up to her and I was like, excuse me, I think you're very beautiful. I would like to know if you'd like some company. I get a chance to get to know you. Then, what I didn't expect happened. She sized me up and down, looking me up and down, giving me a screw face, and then, I'm not making this up, straight out of her mouth, she's like, who do you think you are, come talking to me? You can't have any chance with me. This is what she said to my face, alright? I came up to her with respect. A lot of women complain and bitch about how men don't know how to approach them with respect, talk to them like human beings. I approached her like a human being, talked to her with respect, and I got just talked down to like I was garbage. Long story short, it ended up being a shouting match in the street because I was pissed off. I was like, if you're not interested, that's cool, but you don't have to talk to me like I'm some common garbage. I'm just trying to be nice. But what was interesting is that the next day at work, I went and told my coworkers. And most of the black men there are looking at me like, are you insane? Like, what's the big deal? And their shock is that I was actually angry about this, that to them, this is how black women are. They're full of attitude. One guy shared a story in that same lunch period where I'm talking to this guy. One guy shared a story about how a black woman that he met at a club spat in his face. Just horked a loogie in his face. First time meeting her, using his lines, being GQ and smooth, but she spat in his face. Another guy, an Indian guy who was new to the country, talked about his first experience with a black woman is having her cuss him out because he took a seat and he didn't know she wanted that seat as well. And she made this big scene in the bus just because, he took the seat. And because he was new to the country, he did not really, his English wasn't that great. And he felt so embarrassed. And to think this is his first experience with a black woman. The first time he meets a black woman, this is what happens. And there's tons of stories like this. There's everyone I meet, there's always some story about some rude, in-your-face black woman. And I find this surprising because, frankly, black women are beautiful. They're sexy. I'm a breast man, all right? And black women are the bustiest women on earth. They're gorgeous. But yet, it seems like, and one person actually told me this, that the more beautiful the black woman, the more attitude she will have because she knows she's beautiful. And, it's this over-the-top, black and beautiful, but it's pushed too far where there's this abrasive attitude where many black women cannot be spoken to. Here's another example. At a work placement I had about 4 years ago, this guy just came in and just said good morning to this one woman, this attractive black woman, and everyone who said good morning to her got just abrasive attitude because she was having a bad day. So everyone now has to get her wrath because she had a bad day. I'm not trying to say that all black women are bad or not worth pursuing. Black women are beautiful. They are the mothers of creation, pretty much. It's proven that Africa was ground zero for humanity. Black women gave birth to humanity, but honestly, the abrasiveness, the attitude, the ego is just too damn much. And studies like this just prove that black women can be very superficial and naive when it comes to choosing a black man. So I'm saying for all the sisters out there, just, and maybe feedback from brothers out there about what you feel about black women and how abrasive many of them can be, but not all. And black women are beautiful. I'm not trouncing all black women because there's some smart ones out there, but let's be realistic. There's some really stupid, naive, and really feisty women out there as well. And, I just had to share this. I just saw this study, and I just think it's freaking ridiculous that it makes black women sound ridiculously superficial, and, it's contradictory because I know more black women who, throughout my life, who have actually dated guys who are felons, who are undereducated and have no job, than dating educated, smart brothers out there. So I don't know, I put it out to you guys out there. What do you think about all this? And give me your feedback and let me know. Alright? You guys take care.